Okay, we're back. I hope you enjoyed those songs. And you might have said to yourself, we heard that before. Yeah, if you've been listening to the radio station you have, this is your man, DJ TJ. This is Friday Night Live. You are listening to WKTJ Reverence Radio. It is September the 11th, 2020. And here is what is in your news. In Rochester, New York, they are still protesting the death of David Prude. And I did a little bit more research for you guys. Because he was walking around naked and because he told the officers he had COVID, the officers placed a hood over his head. But what made it fatal was the fact that they sat on him and pinned him down to the ground while the bag was over his head. And who knows if he was on drugs because he was naked, but they pinned him down to keep him from spitting on the officers after he admitted he had COVID. Not excusing the fact that they put the bag over his head, or he was naked, or he had COVID, or they pinned him down. None of that was necessary or even remotely made sense, but to my understanding, they did it for their own safety, pinned him down, put the hood over his head, but he was naked. So 9 out of 10 times, anybody walking around naked is on drugs. Not speculating, just saying. And he died because the bag was on his head and he was pinned down. So with him being brain dead, he died on life support and all this kind of stuff. So they're protesting still in Rochester, New York, because of what happened, and they think it was foul play because of how the police officers treated them. Now, this case, I say, this is me talking, will be justified because he was unstable, and mental conditions are unstable, and they don't know what to expect from unstable people, especially if you're walking around naked. You're telling people you have COVID. What would you do if you were an officer? And if anybody knows me, I'm not taking the side of the cops or anybody's side. I'm just asking a simple, what would you do? So that was that. Still haven't got any justice for Tiana Taylor, and her ex-boyfriend has been in the news lately. They had said something about him taking a plea deal or something to get justice for her. So that is that. And other than that, we have election news. Trump has been to Michigan. Biden has been to Michigan. And what surprised me is the fact that Trump came to Michigan after he pulled all his polling and everything out of Michigan. And he was on TV while he was at his press conference or whatever it was, saying, Michigan, you better vote for me. I brought so many auto supply places here or whatever. Whoa. And they were going crazy. He went to Freeland, Michigan. I had never heard of Freeland, Michigan. So he had to go somewhere where nobody really knew him. And they said there were like 50,000 people or 5,000. I don't know what it was. 1,000 people was there, and at the airport at that. So he don't really care about Michigan, but he really wants people to vote for him here in Michigan. And I don't think it's going to happen. But Biden came to a different city. I don't know where he was at, but he also campaigned here. And I know he got a better response than Trump. Other than that, there was a skinny bill that was voted on in the Senate, and it did not pass. And that was because of lack of money and lack of depth to what was in the bill. And everybody knows that the majority of the Senate is Republican. So you had Republican opposing this bill more than Democrats. We knew the Democrats will oppose it, but they have more Republicans oppose it than Democrats, which made it fall. So where are we now? We're not anywhere. We're back where we started. They just wanted to get that out there to see if anybody's going to jump aboard so they get something done. Well, it also left out stimulus checks. So that wasn't going to help the people no matter what they put out there. They just wanted something to make them look good, and it made them look worse. So they've been still talking to Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi are in agreement that they do not want to have the government shut down. So they're going to do a separate thing with the stimulus package and the budget separately to keep from shutting down at the end of this month. Other than that, there are massive wildfires in California. If you haven't been staying up on that, people are getting killed, houses are being burned down. It's a mess on the West Coast, and they are getting out of hand. That's a big deal, you guys. That's a very big deal because it's very, very dry over there. Even though Colorado is getting hit with snow right now, it is very dry. And firemen are running out of resources. They already burnt their budget out trying to attend to this fire, which has been set by a number of people who they have caught and are trying to prosecute right now. On another different note, students who have gone to college have returned to campus at MSU and other universities. And there have been a number of students who do not follow the guidelines who are going to be suspended because they're not taking safety and healthy precautions. On a different note, the NFL returned on Thursday, and the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs faced off on the first game of the season. Remembering that the Kansas City Chiefs are your defending NFL champions. And they beat the Texans 31 to, I believe, 13. I think that's correct. 31 to 13 or 31 to 20. I do not remember. But they beat them nevertheless. The Kansas City Chiefs won that game. And last but not least, it was just on the tip of my head. I had wrote it down, this on the tip of my tongue. Well, other than that, I think that is it for this week. If I come up with something else when we return after these new songs, I will let you know if I have something else for you. Other than that, enjoy these new songs. We will be right back. This is your man, DJ TJ. This is Friday Night Live. You are listening to WKTJ Reverence Radio. It is September 11th, 2020. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there.